What's poppin', man?
What's happening?
Glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back.
Another edition of Check Me Out, and we're gonna just kind of get into it, man, and let you tell your story. So first of all, from the get-go, I noticed that the name changed.
Yeah, I mean, really, it just came with the growth as an artist and a man. I just want to not be a 411, not be Louis V. I want to be just me. You know what I'm saying? It's like through my career, I went through like a growth process. Anybody that's listened to my music from the day one, they know I've been through a growth process. So you've seen a lot of changes from names to style to what I talk about to everything. But I got to this point where like I went through some things in life that made me just become comfortable and confident with me.
Yeah.
So I just want to just like forget all the names, forget hiding behind a name or anything like that. I'm just use my name.
Man, you got a bunch of tracks out that I've been going through SoundCloud, checking everything out. Hands Up. Is it Take Me There?
Yeah, Take Me Away.
Take Me Away. My bad. And even the newer stuff that you sent. Like there's something for everybody on this project. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I hear a lot of your spiritual side coming out.
Right.
I know we kind of talked a little bit about it, but your family has a big influence on your music.
Oh yeah. It has a lot to do with my music. I mean, you even see it in the cover. You see, I took it in front of a church because yes, I am a PK. You know, I was not in a situation where I could be raised by my father because I didn't know him. My mama wasn't in the best situation, so my uncle and auntie took me in. So I was pretty much raised in the church, and I mean, I've been getting more in touch with that spiritual side of myself and embracing it. Like, I don't feel like I have to be anybody else but myself. I'm getting to that place where I'm embracing it and realizing the reason I can do the things I do is because of the man upstairs. So I'm really embracing it right now.
And I mean, just listening to the music, it sounds like you really tapped into something. You sound a lot freer. You don't. It doesn't. It's like you're not doing it for any gratification. Like this is just your story, your music, and it feels very heartfelt.
It is. It's a very personal project. It's a very selfish project. I'm not even gonna lie. I use this as a moment to get a lot of stuff off my chest. Like you said, Take Me Away. Take Me Away was a song about my grandmother who passed when I was like 8 years old.
Yeah.
I never really talked about it. Definitely on the song, I never really talked about it, but I got to a point where like, okay, I'm gonna talk about it. So in the song, I'm pretty much, first verse, I'm having a conversation with my mother, well, my grandma, but mother too.
Right.
I'm having a conversation with her. I was telling her like, you know, ever since you passed, I've been thinking about you, and I was like asking the questions. I was like, is it better in heaven? Did you really get to see the pearly gates? Are the streets really made of gold? Or just asking questions, you know?
Right.
And then I get into a conversation with my sister, you know, letting her know I love her. But me, I'll be honest with you, I've never really had a close relationship with my sister. Why? Because, like I said, the mother thing. So we were all separated. She stayed with her dad, I was with my mom, and I was always with my grandma. When my grandma passed, I came here. And then when I came here, I started chasing dreams. So to be honest with you, I haven't been back to Louisiana probably like 10 years now. And then she ended up passing. So I mean, I made some promises in that song to her. I was like, I know, you know, I probably haven't been the best brother, haven't been around my sisters, but I promise you I'm gonna make it up.
Yeah.
Like, I started by going to my little sister. I got a little sister named Kim. She, the bad part about it, I just found out this year though, she about to graduate, so I promised I was gonna make it to Kim's graduation, because her and Kim was like this.
Right.
I mean, even if nobody else was, I know them two was like this.
Yeah.
So I promised I would go to her graduation, you know. But it was a deep song. I mean, I ain't even gonna lie. It was kind of hard to make it through that song. It was certain parts I started crying. I ain't even gonna lie, I cried.
No, man, but I think that's what's missing in a lot of music today is, you know, a lot of people just making music just to make it. Like, I'm gonna rap about some bubblegum and bam, you know, I'll throw a dope beat on it and it's a hit. You know what I'm saying? But you still have those artists out there that still care about the bars and still care about the content. Right. So to still hear artists say that is definitely a a positive thing for the culture, for hip hop.
It was a couple people that got me into that. Like I said before on the last interview, I haven't always been that dude. You know, I met people we don't really mess with each other no more, but you know, privilege, you know, he always told me keep it real. Then I linked up with Natasha, like she put me on I always listen to J. Cole, but it's something about that 2014 Forest Hill where it made me just feel like, yo, I ain't gotta come up with something cool to talk about or make it something seem way better or way less. I can just talk about my everyday life, but talk about it in a creative way, and people gonna rock with it. And people have rocked with it.
That's dope. Last time we spoke to you, were talking about you was gonna do a lot more performances. So, you know, what have you been dabbling into?
I did a couple, but I'm not gonna lie, I had to fall back for a little bit because of life situations.
Yeah.
You know, I was trying to start a life with a person that didn't go through, so I'm pretty much starting over.
Right.
But you know, I didn't want to start this new life on a old note, so I mean, that's kind of what this project is too. I kind of communicated all that out. I just pretty much cleansed my soul.
So tell us, so what's the name of the project? What's the meaning behind it, and when is it available?
The name of the project is In Over My Head, 2017. Anybody who's followed my career, they know In Over My Head is the first project I've ever dropped. And I just added the 2017 because it's the year pretty much when I'm dropping. I'm dropping January 24th on Spinnerella.
And when I understand, and you releasing it totally free?
Yeah, it's totally free. You know, I'm gonna do a couple of hard copy for the real supporters that want to support it that way. But I'm gonna give it out free. I want the people freely to support it because I was gonna release it on iTunes, but I want people to really support it and be able to support it freely.
The content, like I said, I've got a chance to preview certain things, and like I said, there is some stuff from everybody, but can you kind of just give us an overview outside of the fact, like I understand it is a real personal album and it is about your life, but what are some of the things we can expect from
you? You could expect me to just let you know about just things I've gone through. Like the first track is called The Prophet. It's pretty much, as a kid, I was exposed to death. You know, I went to a lot of funerals. My big mom passed, aunties and uncles. And as a kid, I was scared of death, so I was wondering, like, man, I don't want to die. You know, then I got into this music thing, then me doing research of the game and me learning life, I realized it is some way you can live. I mean, you may not be able to be here in the physical, but you can make something that lasts and lives forever.
Right.
So that's pretty much the concept of that, just immortality, seeking immortality. And then you got tracks like Hands Up. That's pretty much relating the things we go through as black people. You know, you hear about the situation of black people getting pretty much profiled because of how they, how you perceive them. You got Trayvon Martin, when you see him, you see he got the hoodie on, so when the Zimmerman, in my perspective, when the Zimmerman guys seen him, they thought drug dealer. Right. So they got profiled as a drug dealer. While the other guys, they came off a certain way, so they were either seen drug dealers, gangsters, or something like that. So I related that to the rap game for us in our city. A lot of people put out certain images, but don't know the consequences of them. You put out there, you got money, somebody can hit you for a leg. Right. You know what I'm saying? You put out certain things, but you putting out certain things could be costly or detrimental to your life. You're right.
So let me ask you this. You mentioned a little bit earlier, you and Privilege aren't cool like that no more?
I mean, it was a situation where he needed help with some things. I was going to help him with the things or whatever. Right. I was needing to send him something, but I sent him the stuff and I forgot I had one thing to send him. So we got into it. I mean, just for the simple fact, I guess everybody always want to little bro me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let a person talk to me any type of way. Right. So I kind of lashed back in a negative way. I probably could have came at that better, but I don't know.
It's all good, man. It's 2017.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Plus, that's another thing. I mean, this has happened with a lot of people, so I felt like, okay, let's stop this before the year started. I'm starting like completely fresh. Right. I mean, complete.
Well, the beautiful thing about it, like I said, it's 2017. If y'all are truly brothers, if it's worth it, it's gonna work itself out.
Right.
I did listen to It's Okay,
Yeah.
and in the track, you were calling some names
Oh yeah.
of some artists, and I was just kind of want you to explain some of the lines that you put in there.
Oh yeah. I mean it's competition. Like I said,
Right.
Most of my life I've been known as the little brother guy. You know, the 6G Mouth. You got Young Star. You got them. Then you got
Right.
you got Privilege. And you got. I'm like, and I mean for a minute I settled for that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm cool being Privilege sidekick. I'm cool being what's the name sidekick or blah blah blah. Nah, that ain't what it's about.
Right.
And I realized they ain't gonna give me nothing in this rap game, so so I gotta take it.
You gotta take
I'm
it.
gonna take it. I realized that I can't be nice. I gotta take it. So I'm let it be known. I'm trying to be bigger than Young Star, JBN, Chris McCain, Rock Bottom 2. You know, I gotta call an audible. These dudes been doing this for years.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? I feel like people are getting tired of it. Cause I mean, like, it's been the same people. Everybody say they putting on, but it hasn't been a thing. It just seemed like a saying now.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to establish something where we really putting on, where we starting a competition.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is something that needed to be done. I've never heard nobody say any names. It's just been all
Subliminal.
I'm blah blah subliminal. Nah. We gonna take it to the 90s. We gonna say those names. I mean, since y'all put yourself out there as the guys on the internet and all that other stuff, we gonna say those names. We coming at you. I mean, you take it in a negative way, oh well. I mean, that's not what I'm going with. I mean, what I'm doing, I'm trying to establish a culture in this state. It's something we don't have.
Right. So you just keeping it on music, and every artist should feel like that they are the top at whatever that they do. You know what I'm saying? That's just the nature of it. And I mean, like you said, as long as everything kept musically, ain't nobody tripping off that. I mean, music is music, energy is energy.
Right, because I respect every single one of those dudes. I mean,
right.
I may not listen to their music like that, but I respect their hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of those dudes are getting signed. You see JB doing these shows state to state. You see Star doing these shows state to state. You know, you see Rock Bottom, he doing his thing. So it's all respect for every single one of these artists. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like I gotta do something to rev my head up. I've been in the game for years.
Right.
But I haven't been like, So I'm like, okay, let me do something to do, Alright, let me say these names, let me spit these bars. Let me do an album with no features just to make y'all see me.
Right.
Like, I didn't do not one feature. I mean, normally I try to get like a couple people on there. But I thought, like, man, like, forget that. Forget that. If I get a feature and it happen organically, cool. But I'm not gonna go out my way to ask these people for features, because it's been a period of time I have asked some people for features, and then they were either taking their precious time or they didn't do it at all, but they said they were.
Right.
I'm like, okay, let me do something to put myself in a position where they gonna ask me for a feature.
Right. It sounds like you got a direction, man. You know, the name change, the music is, like I said, it's just more personal. Like,
Yeah, more personal, production is dope.
Yeah.
Beats, you ain't gonna have no choice but to
Just bob your head to it.
Yes,
And man, you even got some on there for the ladies. That track on there that you let me hear.
Next to You.
Yes.
Yeah. That's for that Miss Future. And be like, it's not to a specific person, it's to that special person, you know. You don't know it yet, but you there.
That's what's up. So I see this LaMarcus sweatshirt. Like, hey, what's going on with that?
Oh man, it's the brand, man. Team LaMarcus. You know, we got this one. We about to have another one with the logo on there. We selling them out any color, $25. We lace you up, look fresh like me, you know.
So anything else you wanna talk about, man? Like this is here for you. Like, I want to know everything you trying to get out there. What do people need to know?
People need to know, man. I'm a guy you should really look for. I'm gonna just say that. I mean, I hate to be a guy that brag, but I see you gotta be that. I am a guy you should look for. I'm a guy with direction. I got substance, bars, I mean, knowledge. You're gonna be able to match A with Z. It's real. And I'm not, I mean, this is not even a for me thing. I'm doing this for a culture, because the thing I see with Oklahoma, we don't have a culture. And people don't know the culture. It's like I've been talking to a couple of people. It's like I feel like I had to talk about certain things because people know about Oklahoma, but they don't know about Oklahoma.
Right.
Like we know, you know the basics, the thunder, you know, Sooner football, all that stuff, but people don't really know what goes down in Oklahoma. I mean, no rapper really talks about what really goes down in Oklahoma. They just talk about pretty much the basics of what you know and them being the best, or the trap life or whatever. You know, I mean, trap life booming in here, but that's not really something of importance. You know? Well, to me, I mean, if that's your life, cool, but I just wanted people to know a lot more about the state. My whole thing, like, I'm really trying to put on the stage. I really got to a point where, like, I'm really serious. Whether I gotta go at every rapper head or everybody head just for them to see me, I'm gonna do it. Cause I mean, like, I feel like I have a lot to offer. I mean, I can't say I feel, I know I have a lot to offer.
Right.
I just feel like I'm underrated. I'm very underrated.
Like I said, man, just listening to the tracks that I got to hear, plus, you know, like I said, just going through the SoundCloud, listening to everything, it really seems like you are coming back with a vengeance. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the music's personal, the meaning the meaning of the title, you know, dating back to your first mixtape, and just the future that lies ahead for 2017.
I mean, 2017, I'm gonna be, I ain't gonna say favorite rapper. I don't care about like titles and all that, but I'm gonna be mentioned. I'm gonna be relevant.
Right.
Like I don't care about kings and best rappers in the state, because really everybody's best rapper in their own way. You know what I'm saying? It's a track I said, the only way you better than me. I mean, if you a clone,
right?
Yeah, that's the hands up. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, I'm not worried about that. I do me. I just, at the same time, you know.
I hope, but nothing but future success for you.
Right.
And we definitely got to collab again, man. That track was fun.
Yeah, everybody loving that track.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be a great year for the for as far as the future of hip hop in Oklahoma. I've seen a couple artists trying to drop tapes around me. I'll shout you out. Split Personality, they dropping CD day after. I seen Dutch the Duchess, which she dropped one Saturday. It was called Ink Project or something like that.
Okay.
She dropping us. I mean, so it looked like it's gonna be real goey. I mean, I feel like the year, if you gonna do it, you gonna do it. So I mean, like I've been seeing, like I said on the track, I've been seeing people saying this for years. It's like, when we gonna do it? When are we really gonna do it? Like, put on. Like, I'm tired of saying we putting on, and it really ain't going outside of this pain. I mean, my thing right now, I just need plugs and links. I'm trying to get on anything. Internet shows, radio shows. So if you need somebody, you know, for an event, you know, email me at LaMarcus, LaMarcus Higgins, Higgins, no space, @gmail.com. We're doing features starting Monday too.
What's up? So the project's wrapped up, it's mixed, mastered, ready to go.
Pretty much, I got like one track to go and it's done.
That's what's up. Well, we look forward to hearing it, man. And is it In Over My Head?
In Over My Head
2017. That's what's up. Check me out, Ace Kennedy.
Yeah.